KROOT are cool. Even if you're the biggest tail hater there is because one time someone at your local hobby shop brought a hammerhead against your newly painted dreadnought and killed it in the first turn and you've harboured a grudge ever since, KROOT are still cool. 7 foot tall alien bird people that eat people is cool, and no, I won't elaborate. If you also think they're cool and you've managed to grab yourself some of the beautiful new models, then stick around because have I got the video for you. My name is Connor and welcome to the Hobby Heap. Today, we are going to be painting up some KROOT. I'm not yet big enough or important enough to be given lovely free stuff from James' workshop, so today I'm going to be painting up my fast Wiccan band KROOT kill team that's been sat built and unpainted since the Into the Dark box came out. If I want to fulfill my dreams of a full KROOT army, I'm going to need a lot of fellas, and the idea of spending hours per model is pretty daunting. So I need a quick and effective scheme, whilst also having a good variety of skin tones in each unit. So here are 5 different ways to paint KROOT skin. Firstly, I'm going to start with a very traditional dark green skin tone seen on the old school KROOT models. Militarum green contrast paint is going to be the base for this. When painting the skin, I'm going to be as careful as I can here, trying not to overspill onto the leather boots and straps, but any mistakes aren't the end of the world. Next, all this skin is going to get a dry brush of Strachan green. It is going to be difficult to keep this from going on to the other parts of the model, but all we can do is try our best. Here's a quick comparison of pre-dry brush on the right and post-dry brush on the left. Once I've done this, I'm going to put these two to the side and try another green skin tone. This one's slightly lighter, so I'm going to try a Gut Ripper Flesh contrast paint base. Whilst I've got you here, hopefully enjoying the relaxing vibes in the painting, why don't you give that like button a little press and even consider subscribing. I'm nearly at 1,000 subscribers and it would mean the absolute world to me if you joined me on my little journey to slowly whittle away at my pile of shame. But Connor, I hear you cry, why are you buying more KROOT models if you already have loads of models to paint? Oh dear friend, it's because I am a weak-willed man. Once we've base coated the skin on these guys, we're going to give them a dry brush of Ogren Camo. Again, here's a before and after of the dry brush. The highlights are very subtle, but I also like how they take the shininess off the original contrast paint base coat. And here is a comparison between the darker and lighter green skin tones. They definitely look different, but they will still work together on the tabletop. Our third skin tone is a slightly different green. Bear with me here, they're not all green skin tones. I'm starting with Plaguebearer Flesh contrast paint for this one. So I've got 5 skin tones to pick from and 12 models, 10 regular KROOT and 2 hounds. So I picked 2 KROOT for each scheme and then picked 2 separate schemes at random for my 2 little KROOT hounds. The best thing is I try not to think too much about who got what scheme, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter too much. We put so much pressure on ourselves to get things right all the time when it comes to mini painting, when in reality, it's really not that deep. The most important thing we need to do in mini painting is to actually enjoy the process. After the base coat and the pep talk, I'm going to dry brush Nurgling skin and pause for the satisfying new paint pop. And here's a comparison between our lean mean green schemes. Again, they work so well together, but you can still see the subtle differences. The fourth scheme is going to be a really light brown colour, and we're going to start with Skeleton Horde contrast paint. This paint is really thin, so don't forget to shake it like it owes you money to properly mix up the pigments, and don't be afraid to do a couple of layers if it seems too light. The dry brush for these guys is going to be Ushabti Bone, but any light bone colour you have in your arsenal should be fine. Our fifth and final colour scheme will be a darker brown colour, starting with Guilliman Flesh contrast paint. Dry brush for this scheme will be Cadian Flesh Tone. Now I thought I'd experiment a bit here and add a bit more shade and depth to the schemes by using some different shades over the skin tones. Firstly, the KROOT who received Militarum Green and Gut Ripper Flesh base coats got a wash with Croak Green. KROOT who got a base coat with Plaguebearer Flesh got a wash with Mortarian Grime. And for the brown skin tones, we're going to use Reikland Flesh Shade. This is the older recipe, so I'm not sure how the new recipe would work with these guys, but if you do decide to give this a go, let me know how it turns out. And here they are all together. As you can see, it's very easy to get some good variation in KROOT skin tones with very little effort, and it will really make your model stand out. If that's all you came for, I really appreciate it. But if you do want to see how I paint the rest of the kin band, and if you want to see a spicy little extra tip to make them look great on the tabletop, feel free to stick around. Any wooden areas on the models I painted with wildwood contrast paint, so any gun stocks, pistol handles and a couple melee weapon shafts. Next, I'm going to grab Gore Grunter Fur contrast paint and paint all the quills, except for the Killbroker. Being the leader of our gang, I'm going to give him a slightly different hairdo. When painting the quills, don't forget to pick out all the small quills on the legs and arms of the KROOT and KROOT hounds. The clothing, such as boots, gloves, vests and cloaks, get done in a number of different yet simple ways. Some items of clothing are picked out using Black Legion contrast paint, as well as any finger and toenails on show, the Dvorgite Skinner on the gunner and the Killbroker's quills. I then use Garrigach Sewer contrast paint for mostly pouches and belts, a few cloaks and ponchos, as well as some gloves or wrapping here and there. Sigvald Burgundy was then used to add a new and interesting colour on some of the cloaks. The Farstalker kin band are far travelling mercenaries, so it wouldn't be out of place for them to have fancier garments. Now for those of you who have seen my previous videos, you know that my main faction for Tau is the Farsite Enclaves. So as a little nod to them, I decided to use Flesh Terrier's Red contrast paint to paint the Tau pulse rifle the Killbroker wields, as well as a few masks, bandanas and wraps on the models to again add some extra colour to these well travelled guys and gals. Now, for my super saucy secret tip, once everything apart from the metallics has been done, I take Iron Rack Skin, a soft makeup brush and give the entire models a light dry brush. This helps to tie in all the colours and all the models together and really makes everything pop. Some people understandably hate the dusty finish dry brushing can sometimes give a model, but for space pirate cowboy bird people, I think it looks great. For metallics, I'm going to be trying out the Army Painter Speed Paint Metallics, starting off with Broadsword Silver for any regular metal areas, making sure to obviously put the paint into my fancy new frog popper. Followed by glittering loot for any gold areas. Any gunmetal or bronzy gold can be used in this step, but I really like the coverage and ease of use the Army Painter Speed Paint Metallics gave me on this project, so big ups Army Painter. And with a few touch-ups here and there, my Fast Auger Kinban KROOT kill team is complete. Thank you so much if you made it this far in the video, it means the absolute world to me. There are some things I didn't record or go over, such as a quick yellow for the eyes and painting the bird Pekra with a few blues and greens to make it stand out and look cool. I also gave their KROOT handler the same colour shirt because obviously they are best friends. If you've enjoyed the video and enjoy my content, please consider liking the video and subscribing to my channel. As I said earlier, my name is Connor and I made this channel to help me get through my pile of shame. But I also made it to rekindle my love of Warhammer and miniature painting. I've struggled in the past with motivation and with my mental health, and I love recording and editing these videos. I had such a fun time painting up these guys, I'm so happy with how they turned out. I cannot wait to paint up some more. I really hope this video will help you paint up your new KROOT armies in no time at all, and I'm so excited to see more and more pictures of KROOT, videos of KROOT, and even the old KROOT team going into a tournament. What a time to be alive. Which scheme is your favourite? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you want to know how I did the bases, then check out the Jungle Bases tutorial on my channel for a more in-depth look at them. I don't have a snazzy outro saying yet, so I guess subscribe to my channel so I can get to 1,000 subscribers. Be good to each other. Eat a vegetable every now and then, and enjoy the little things. I'm Connor. This is the Hobby Heap. KROOT are cool. Slanga fall.